way!
Oh my
Ness
God!
wants to learn Hydro Pump.
Yes, Ness.
Yes.
Please do learn Hydro
jerks.
Pump.
Absolutely.
Why are we jerks?
Because you said that last time that you were gonna switch an episode, we were gonna talk pizza.
I think Confuse
We're gonna
Ray.
talk pizza talk.
I think it's time for Confuse Ray to go away. Honestly.
Not against Elite Four though. It's too risky.
What am I going to use? Shockwave is a 60 electric move.
Worth having until we get Thunderbolt.
That's the thing. I'm not dropping Ice Beam, and I can't get rid of Surf. So
you're not going to use both.
I can't get rid of Surf right now. Because it's an HM. It's 95 versus 120. 120
but it's
80 though,
80.
and there's no fire stuff I'm fighting.
I still say.
Yeah, and Surf is good enough that it should. Balls.
It hurts to say no, but it's not worth learning. It hurts to say no, but it's not worth learning. Megan, are you going to a party? We don't have time for order pizza
I am going
now.
to a party, but I'm kind of food want.
Well, here's the thing.
Here's what I need.
We're on mic, and my laptop is busy.
This is going to be. I think this is going to be. This is almost certainly going to be our last episode of grinding here. We're clearly like right up against where we want to be. I want to get everyone into level 50. I want to get Ness a little higher.
If everyone's got a 5 as their
higher.
first digit, I think you're fine. I really do, and I'm not just saying that. I think you'll be fine.
I'd be fine with the 50s across the board if Lorelei was not the first person we fought.
I think you should still be fine with that though. Between Lapras and Zapdos, you are fine. I don't think any of her Pokemon could really one-shot Zapdos. What does she have that's actually an Ice type?
Here's the problem. Here's my bigger concern. Do any of them know Sheer Cold?
I would be surprised.
Because they're going to be a higher level, which puts me at serious risk.
Listen, if you grind to the point where you're a higher level than everybody, you're going to need to grind to 63. We're not doing that.
No. I don't want to get to 63. I would want it like... If I wanted...
Sheer Cold is a risk, but you got to kill him quick anyway, and that's been your plan all along.
I know that, but... I mean, if I got to a point where I was higher than, most of her dudes...
I don't want to know what her dudes are.
That's true.
So I would say you're in a pretty good place if all your dudes are starting with 50. You're fine.
I just don't want to rush it. Let's take this episode. We're going to grind for the full episode, and then next time...
Okay, if that's what you're saying, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Ben and Carolyn, coordinate with
This is
Megan
our
about
final
pizza,
grinding episode.
I just invited Rick to order.
Okay.
Well,
I'll do that as soon as I'm done with the episode.
Why don't you just tell me what you want?
20 minutes.
Because you just invited me to order.
Yeah.
Can I not
undo that and just
There's
do
no
it?
way for me to
just
do that
order
while
damn
I'm doing
pizza
this.
the way we've been doing it for the last 5 years.
I don't know what you're ordering.
Pizza.
Okay. I will have pizza flavor.
Pizza flavored what?
Pizza.
Oh, cool. Good. The snow stopped. We're not putting a delivery driver in harm's way. That makes me feel better.
Nice.
Yeah, looks like it snowed like maybe an inch and then it's done. So.
I would feel so bad if anything bad happened,
Right. So I would like to address that...
I would like you in a dress, too.
Oh, yeah. I look great in a dress, man. I look fucking hot.
This is the Rocky Horror Show in college, and I wore a corset and heels on stage.
Were you Frankenfurter?
Here's a picture.
Wow, I hope that was a real picture that we just got to put in there, because if you don't give me one, I'm going to go find it.
I'll let you put it in, but you got to flash it really quick.
Just boop and go.
Yeah.
We're going to have people sitting on that. We're going to look at the audience retention. It's going to be like 10%, 10%, 10%, 99% on that 1 second. Because everyone's going to be like trying to freeze it over the fucking thing.
It's embarrassing, but like everyone did embarrassing.
Everyone's got
college, right?
I have some embarrassing Rocky Horror pictures too, so.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
You're in Rocky Horror Picture?
Yeah, I'm a huge Rocky Horror fan.
You were in it?
No, he was not in a production.
No. I went to South Hadley to see a couple shows.
Yeah, South Hadley, the Rocky Horror capital of the world. What the fuck?
I don't know. Did
you ever go to the one in Harvard Square?
No, not yet.
Shut your warm mouth.
No,
it's shut down. It's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Yes, you've never.
No, never. They moved it to the Lowe's in the Commons.
You're right. They did.
Awkward.
You're right. We have to go to that.
What? Why awkward?
I mean,
awkward
I'm over it
I
now.
feel like
honestly,
it makes more sense for people to be walking around in drag and corsets and fishnets.
That's why you got to bring
Harvard
a big coat.
Square,
you bring a big
for some
coat.
reason not.
Yeah. Harvard Square used to be like kind of a cool hippie place,
Yeah,
and the
it was
Lowe's
awesome.
in Boston is not a cool
cool.
hippie place.
No, that's fair. That's true.
Oh, fun fact.
We went to the South
one of
Hadley
the
one.
So can I should not tell this. I'm just going crazy.
Do it.
One of the girls that played a character in that show, an important character in that show.
Yep.
Was someone from college who I maybe made out with, and then like ran
It's
into.
all right. We've got tons of people.
Ran into. Randomly on the streets of Boston while she was dressed as said character.
Nice.
As I was coming out of a Batman movie. And that was a weird day.
Wow.
That was a weird day.
Damn.
Try not to give enough specifics that anyone could ever figure it out.
That's
I think
fair,
that's
yeah.
enough, but that was a weird day.
We were broken up, weren't we?
In college, yeah. I didn't know you then.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I'm like, this.
Said
Oh, did you think
Batman
this was
movie?
someone I made out while? No.
No.
I didn't make out with him that night. It was someone I
Him.
made out with in college. Them. It was a girl. God damn it.
Hang on. What was that again?
I didn't make out with him that night. I didn't make out with him that night.
Oh, yeah, him. Got it. Okay.
That's okay. I mean, college is a time to make
It's
out with
experimental.
same-sex.
It's where you gotta.
Hess is
it's
the
where you
only guy I've
discover
ever
yourself.
kissed.
Really? That's
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I've made out with a lot of guys.
I think.
That doesn't count.
I think.
And
I
it was
think
on a
there've been
dare
two for
because
me.
we were with the girls we were trying to get with, and they dared us, and we were drunk.
Oh, of
So,
course,
of
yeah.
course. Obviously.
Makes sense.
Did Hess use
Science.
tongue? Was he gentle?
Hess was gentle.
Were you?
No, I got
like,
one.
"Hess
I
is
got
gonna
one
get
thing,
it."
and it's that little bit of aggression on the end. That's how I operate. I am saying a lot of things on this
You
episode.
are. This
I
is the
gotta
best
go.
week ever, man. This is fucking
A
amazing.
glass of cider in and he's gone.
Oh my god.
It doesn't show on the D-pad, but I'm actually a competent, capable, charming person.
Competent.
It never shows on the D-pad though.
To explain the South Hadley thing, we went because one of the people in our party that went the first time around knew a bunch of the actors. And then about a year later and 3 or 4 trips later, I was in a different group of people that went because one of the girls in the party knew the guy who played Riff Raff.
Oh, nice.
Not Riff Raff.
That's the part I always wanted to play.
Oh, yeah, Riff Raff. The skinny dude with the
long
bald
hair,
head.
Yeah. Yep.
That's Richard
O'Brien.
O'Brien. Thank you. I was
Richard
like, oh,
Gere.
what's his last name?
Totally.
Yeah, it's Richard Desilets.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's the
I
part
didn't
I wanted
realize-
to play, but I was a freshman. So
I did not realize for
didn't
the
get it.
longest time that oh my god, my brain just turned off. That was the guy who sang
Science fiction double
feature. Yeah.
Good God, I have to like finish all your sentences.
I'm sorry. I couldn't. My
all but
face
one.
is like
It's good.
falling apart. Oh man. But the thing I was going to bring up like 15 minutes ago is this is actually our 100th FireRed episode.
No way!
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Right? So we're closing out. We're closing out from our 100th episode of FireRed, and then we're gonna go to the Elite Four.
That's fucking perfect.
Right? I think that's a really appropriate.
You're
We were
a
originally
beautiful son of a bitch.
So a little bit of a pull behind the curtain. That was also the reason that John was suggesting in last Thursday's episode that we were gonna grind one more time and then go. Because if we did the same like one battle per episode Elite Four that we did with X and Y, then it would have ended on episode 100. The final battle would have been 100.
You know, it's good that we're doing this.
Yeah,
I don't want you to have a
this is absolutely a
depressing
better.
end.
Yeah,
You know,
this is definitely the better way to do
pretty
it.
fucking sad if we get all this far and you're like
Look
total
at
white.
this. We've spent more than 2 hours just grinding.
Weirdly
And
though,
we're
I feel
still
like we're
just
still
about there.
fine. You know,
We're just
2
about
hours isn't
there.
a ton of time to grind either.
Yeah.
which is why I hate video games because
Granted-
I don't want to waste 2 hours on bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I mean, granted, we found a way to grind real fast, better than Victory Road ever would have been for us.
Yeah, I think this is good, and I mean like. This is we're looking at the numbers. It's at least it's
Yep.
at least as good as Victory Road would have been, if not
Yeah.
much better. and
Oh,
quicker.
better, absolutely.
Coffee, New York.
That was actually one of the really nice things about. So in Black and White, they really, really insisted on making the Pokemon you see in that game until you beat it only new Pokemon.
Rick, what do you want for pizza? Just cheese?
Gee, sure, whatever, any toppings, whatever you guys are having.
Okay.
But like, so in Black and White, the Pokemon you saw until you beat the Elite Four were only the ones that were created for that generation. So it felt really fresh and new, and
yeah.
it felt a lot like the original games, which was awesome. For Black and White 2, one of the new gym leaders, the Poison gym leader that was added in to replace one of the other ones, she was a bassist and had this cool purple like double bass or something going on, and she had a coughing was like her signature Pokemon. I was like, oh, that's nice. So they're kind of bringing it all back again. Like it was done in a sort of a nice, not super subtle exactly, but it was not. Oh, here's the guy who's got Ghastly and Haunter and Gengar and stuff. Ugh. But yeah, 100 episodes of FireRed, and
That's a
we're
lot of
doing
episodes.
this. We're doing this the same week 2 years after FireRed ended at 75,
Which is pretty fucking cool too.
right. The timeliness of it is.
We're just
interesting.
fucking emo people. I love it when you use your statistical knowledge for sentimental value.
right.
I like that.
I like looking at that stuff. We're coming up on 4 years
Rather than
since
this
we
is how
started
many
the
hours
D-pad
we've
altogether.
wasted.
Right. Yeah. Which is another way you could look at it.
What did he say?
He said as opposed to how many hours you wasted.
Oh Jesus.
Not wasted because we were
but
having
no,
fun.
I know what you mean.
Meg, I think this. So we're fun fact. Megan and I are sampling a couple of different.
That looks like lemonade.
couple of different local hard ciders, and we
We'll
are
just submit it.
we are trying Spice by the Far From the Tree company in Salem, one of my favorite towns in Massachusetts, and I think this is the one that they had on tap at Gulu Gulu, one of my favorite places in Massachusetts.
Nice.
And this is the one that got me really hooked on these guys. We tried a bunch of their other ones and weren't sure about them, but this one I think is really good.
Oh, cool.
The other thing too, I mean, Ryan was probably a little bit too strong.
The
in, like,
D-pad
an
needs is a
orange
cider
way.
sponsor.
Yeah, right.
But with some specialty ciders, and this one counts as it's bottled, not
Hashtag
probably when
Angry
it's
Orchard.
tapped. But you need to sort of tip it upside down to make sure that the sediment doesn't settle at the
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of spices in Spice, and you need to
Whoa!
make sure that they are adequately mixed.
Mind blown.
Yeah, right? My God.
I'm an expert sediment stirrer.
Yeah?
You're a sediment spinster?
Yes.
I like it.
My
Spinster.
work, my work is too involved.
I'm going to start a band called Spinster. I think it's a good name.
That's a terrible name for a
pretty good
band.
Not a good name for a band.
No.
I think it's good for like
One of these days,
girls' rock
Argyle
band.
Assault will be a
Girl
real
band.
thing.
What's that?
Argyle Assault.
Yeah, so our friend Steve, just like, I was like trying to come up with a band name at one point, and I was like, what do you guys think? And he's like, Argyle Assault.
No, that was me.
It's going to be a thing. Really?
Yeah, that was us coming back from the meeting where we decided to do Decay Chain. Years and years ago.
So-
It was a movie that we were going to do that became a web series that became nothing. Sorry, it was a movie that became a web series that became a tech demo that became nothing. Unfortunately, because the idea was actually really cool, and I
The
kinda
tech
liked
demo
where it was
wasn't
gonna
even
go.
that bad. I mean,
No,
there
I
was
thought the
some
tech
good-
demo was fine.
There was some good shit in it.
I was really excited by that. That was some of the there's a
we
shot
used
of
to do a lot of
you
filmmaking
dead
stuff.
that
That's
looked
awesome.
fucking
you know
amazing.
What? Fuck it. Throw that shot up here. Just that
Picture,
one
the
shot.
picture of the video.
Just the shot of that shot of the last
Picture
bit
or the
where-
video?
Video.
Okay.
Of the shot.
It's pretty cool. I like how that looks. I got a really good photo of it, which I'll put up
I'm
now.
actually going to have to watch
Okay.
this episode.
And that's
there's a lot of good editing.
yeah,
I'm
right?
making right
I
through
need to
here.
know what that is.
Fucking awesome.
It was a really cool thing. Like me and like I didn't have any role physically in there. I was AD for the shoot, and me and our friend Alex, the director, and our buddy Nick, the producer, were just standing around. It's like, okay, how the hell are we gonna do? All right, we got to we had props hidden behind John to we had this crazy blood mixture, and we had to course it around so it did this dramatic thing. And we're like, we only get one shot at this because we're not going to be able to wash
That was
it
the
off
hardest.
the floor.
So I've done a good amount of acting in my life. So believe it or not, because I know some of those Mega Man videos are a little wooden, but
that's more of a time thing. We always give
yeah.
ourselves so little time to get it
we
done.
don't look at the scripts until the moment
Yeah.
of. But anyway, I digress.
And that includes me, and I write the damn things.
The hardest acting challenge I had in my life was being dead for that long during
Yeah.
that shot.
That
And
floor must have
I
been
have
freezing.
to slam down on a cement floor and still not move.
Yeah, right.
That was hard. Have
Wait,
you ever
can
seen
we
this
link
video?
that video?
Have you ever
Like the
seen that
whole
video?
Oh,
thing?
I've seen it.
I don't know if
I
it's.
think you're really
I
cute
don't
in
know if
it.
it's publicly
The one where I
visible on
died?
YouTube,
Yeah,
but I'll see
you're
if I can
really
find
gruff, and you're wearing a vest, and you're I don't know, whatever.
it. Oh, it was
Shut
hot.
up.
It was a hot look, John.
Rick-
I will admit that was a damn good look.
He's yeah, he looks
It was a good look,
good.
dude.
I love it.
You look fierce.
You
I miss those guys.
You look
I
like
need
you were
to-
coming off of The Walking Dead,
Oh,
like you were ready
fuck,
to take
what
some
day
shit.
is it?
you look fierce.
Tomorrow is Laugh Raff's birthday, Rick. We should really get in
Yes,
touch
we
with
should.
him.
We really should. I've been meaning to
Set
get a
an
hold
alarm,
of
'cause I'm
him.
fucking
Laugh
bad.
Raff is our buddy Alex.
He's the one who did a lot of these.
He's actually doing really well for himself. He's making a lot of films focused on / for people with hearing disabilities specifically. So people who are partially or completely deaf.
And he's good at it. He's had some
very
success.
good at it. He's making a lot of solid connections out there too. He's been traveling the country to work on these damn films.
He was
and
our first real life
awesome.
YouTube friend.
He was also our first. He was also the reason that me and John met.
Yes, so we have the D-pad technically owes a lot to Laugh Raff.
It does, because if it wasn't for him with
We
that
wouldn't have
movie and then him with the open lounge, D-pad would never have happened.
And
So
CJ was
funny to
just
think
kind of there
about.
the
I know,
whole
right?
time.
Well, CJ and I have been friends forever, so
I know.
He's,
But
he's going to come
been-
along.
That's why I met
CJ wasn't
Dustin,
even
too.
supposed to be in that movie.
Yeah,
which is
It
hilarious.
got
'cause then
recast.
CJ wouldn't have met Rick.
That's true.
Unbelievable.
He got cast in the last second because the guy that was supposed to be. This was also, by the way, the lead role. This was not just a dude on the side. This was
this is the lead role, and the guy bailed day of.
Yeah, literally, we were sitting down
Yeah.
ready to film,
Which sucked because
that
we
day.
all really liked him, and we were
Yeah.
getting off on a great foot and set to be super best friends.
Because me, John, and this
if it
guy,
had
the
gone
three
the
of us had
trajectory
never
we
met.
thought, he'd fucking be sitting here with us playing this video
Probably,
game.
yeah.
But he just bailed day of. And
The phone call
excuse.
is still my favorite fucking
He
part.
said my car broke down and I'm in Rhode Island, and that was it. We never heard from him again.
I don't even know where Rhode Island is. So.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's
The funniest.
alive. Like,
he's definitely
Probably,
alive.
yeah. The funniest
well, I mean,
part
like
of it
his
to
car
me,
broke
though,
down in Rhode Island, the
that's
scariest
true.
place in
Rhode Island
America.
is the
It's
scariest.
really weird the puzzle piece that CJ plays in a lot of people's
right?
lives.
Because you
CJ
knew him as a roommate.
Weird.
You had him as a roommate
I
before
met
you
him
met
freshman
John.
year.
You
No,
met John
hold on.
because of him, right?
CJ introduced me to 9 Inch Nails, the single biggest.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. CJ
No,
also
that's
introduced me
true.
to Megan. But yeah, CJ plays a surprising part in
CJ
all of
also
our
introduced you to the
connected tissue.
sneaker pimps.
And if
That's a
CJ
big
hadn't
part of our
introduced me to
life.
Megan,
Great.
I never would have met Ben and Carolyn.
Wow.
true.
That's true.
Right?
That's
Which
The,
is so
the
weird.
web
'cause
is
they're
so
natural sitting here.
complicated.
And when Megan and I inevitably break up, I'm keeping Ben and Carolyn.
I don't get either of them.
Well, no, because you
can
got
have
the cats.
Carolyn, I guess. But I
If
kinda
you're
want
keeping the
Carolyn
cat,
too.
I think he gets to keep them.
I do get to keep all the cats.
I feel like if I keep Ben, I get to keep you too.
It's true.
Carolyn
my
is so
God.
mad at me today because I keep leaving her out because she's in the other room. And I
She's
now
got
She
a
has a
mic.
mic,
She's
too. It's
got
at
a
her
mic.
feet. Doesn't
Yeah,
tell you.
I have a mic, John.
Yeah.
I'm
fucked.
included.
I'm fucked.
Oh, God. But yeah, no, CJ is totally the reason for a whole lot of you guys meeting. I met CJ because of Al, and I guess tangentially, I guess whether you were on the shoot or not, CJ may have been the one to get pulled in. At
I don't
that,
think
so
Alex would have called CJ if I hadn't
you were
been
not
saying,
there.
call CJ. He wants to
That's
be involved.
fair. No, that's fair.
I mean, maybe he probably eventually maybe he would have, but it
But
would have been. I bet it would have been Dustin.
The funniest thing about that day, I don't think he would have pulled Dustin.
he
he
might have
would not-
tried, and Dustin would have been like,
Yeah,
"I'm not."
Dustin would
doing
be like,
this."
I don't think this character really.
That was
fits.
pre-Hawaii Dustin,
actually-
where he was.
I
I was not,
even
and I was
grumpier
not in a
and
good
even
enough
fatter.
shape to play that character. If Dustin wound up
Yeah.
playing my character, which I think he could have done my character,
Mhm.
I don't think
Oh,
I
yeah,
could have
that
played
would've been
CJ's
good.
character too well. I
Right.
might have been able to play your character,
And then I would've had to
you
play
could have
Neil.
played
Oh,
CJ's
God,
character.
that
That would have been a
sucked.
weird rotation.
I had, despite even being roommates with CJ at the time during, I don't think it was during the filming. Was that before college or during?
That was 2008, summer 2008.
So we
So
were
it
in
was-
school. Okay.
yeah.
The other connection I have to that movie is as a guy I went to high school with was in it.
Oh, Jeff, right?
Zol.
No.
Oh, Zol, that's right.
Zol. I went to high
Weird.
school with Zol.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like
I
one
don't
of
know.
those.
We
Who
should
I
be-
went to
we
college
should be
with.
careful. Right.
All 4 years, I did comedy with him for,
and
for
who I
a
ran
bunch
into
of
at
years.
Comic Con.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So-
yeah, always.
So we
It
should be
is
careful.
so
This is getting a little bit
freaky.
insular right now. So let's
It's
bring it back.
so
to
weird.
But there,
We
there's
can
a
all.
lot. There's a lot of things that have been going on, and a lot of it circles around CJ and circles around.
It's
Yeah.
And it
honestly what it comes down to is all of us kind of have similar interests, and they all kind of gravitated into this little black hole.
Yeah, it's it's pretty funny.
Oh,
It's just it's an incredibly long string of coincidences
yeah.
that led us to our life right now, being here at the D-pad.
It's
and having
really
fun
lucky
and
that we get
being-
to track a lot of it too.
Yeah.
There's
Isn't
not
that
many
really
A
people
lot of
life
people are
is?
sort of like,
It
oh, I
is.
guess
It
I just sort of ran
absolutely
into
is.
them, and,
Yeah.
and
Totally
I was
right.
at the gym one day, and that was it.
Yeah.
This is like, no,
Yeah,
there was this,
cool.
and then this,
Yeah.
and then this.
I like being able to track shit like that.
And this is one of the reasons why I love the D-pad is because in 10 years when I go back and watch these videos, I'm gonna be a big emo sentimental.
Oh, I'm gonna
happy
be like a
bitch.
sobby little like.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? And
We'll
like-
probably still be making them in 10
I
years,
hope-
but
I
I'm
would
still.
love to be doing
But
this
then
10
in
years.
50
Really
years,
excited.
when we have a reunion,
We can
it's
sit down and
gonna be a
just
mess.
sit watch
What
these like,
reunion?
I'm
We're
gonna
planning
be
on all
drunk.
moving into a big giant house at some point.
dude. All right, no. Here's the goal. Here's the goal.
We're just
60
gonna
we'll
live
all
together
get
forever,
Alzheimer's together, and
When
then
we're
we'll just keep having
when
a
we're like
reunion.
when we're all like 80, we're like assuming we haven't been in touch / still the same gang the whole time. We'd have to find each other, find a retirement home to all just chill in and just play video games as old fucks.
Can we skip?
Can we just jump right to that? Can we just jump to
That
just
sounds
being in a
amazing.
retirement home, eating
And
pudding,
you
and
know what?
playing
While we're
Pokemon
skipping-
68?
I
While
love
we're skipping
pudding.
ahead, let's
My
just
pudding's
assume we're all
great.
really successful too.
Yeah, right. That'd be good. Oh my god.
But I
The
mean, we're gonna
reason-
get old sometime.
The
It's
thing
gonna
that I
be
love
cool.
the most about that whole CJ had to play a character day of was because we'd been trying to get a hold of this guy for like a week or two, and no answer. So it was just me and John, and we had this guy Jeff, who wound up having a different role in the movie, sitting in.
So the movie was about 3 friends
Yep.
who are trying to stay 3 friends
hmm
while fighting the presence of girlfriends in their life.
Yeah. Specifically, the main
It's a
character.
tough life.
The main
I'm sure.
character just got broken up with,
Awful.
and he's having second thoughts, and he feels like he wants to try to get it back together.
Where his friends are like, "Fuck yeah, you got dumped! Awesome!"
Yeah. My character was like, "Fuck her. She was awful, and we hate her." John's character was like, "I mean, if you love her, then
So
you
actually,
have to."
yeah, it's kind of funny. I would
We
say
play
like,
totally opposite.
I was just
roles,
gonna
what
say,
we
yeah, on
normally
the
are.
D-pad.
I'm a huge softy.
On the D-pad, right? So, well, hold on. You're total ass sometimes. For the
I
record.
can be.
too. But in general, I say on the D-pad, we kind of play up our personalities a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I would say more often I'm like, fucking racism and dick jokes. And Rick's a little more like, okay, here's how it is.
Yeah.
But in the movie that we were in, it was totally like I was the like, well, what do you still really love her? Oh my gosh!
Oh my god!
And Rick was such an asshole.
I played
it was
the biggest
so-
asshole.
Yeah, it was so good to see.
I met people's parents after the movie premiered, and they were like, "I hope you're not really like that." I was like, "Oh God, no."
Someday we should put a little clip of that up.
Someday.
Not today, because
Someday, my
remember
thought
what I
is-
was saying a minute ago about how
Yeah.
like when I'm dating a new girl, I'll like share a little bit.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'll see how that
No,
goes.
you know-
and then I'll back up
We'll
and then
do
I'll
it
share a
this
little
way.
more and
Let's
see how
do it
that
this
goes.
way.
I'm not going to do that with our YouTube fans yet with this movie.
Let's make the goal this. All right, we won't give much away right now, but we'll you know, it may come up in conversation over the next couple of years or whatever. The movie premiered 6 years ago, a little over 6 years ago. If we reach 10 years and we're still doing this, I think we owe it to our fans to do a full-on like
that's pretty
MST3K.
solid. Like,
Yeah,
you
of
can't
that
blame
movie.
10 years ago.
You know what? I want to go back and watch the DVD because the commentary we did was actually fucking hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
and I want to see what it is now and see if we can do a better
Commentaries
job.
are always funnier for the people who are in them, though.
It's
yeah,
true.
Well, that's
oh,
true. That's
totally.
true. Anyway.
Which
My
is probably
brother
why
used to do
this
commentary
episode
for all
of
of our
this
So
is
I'm
probably
sorry that
super
we've spent
unapproachable and
exactly.
shit.
Yeah, we just spent this entire episode talking about the dumb
A
independent
movie you guys
we
have
worked
never
on.
seen.
But it is because it was where we all met, or where Rick and I met in the genesis of the deep.
Yeah.
It's just so funny that you think that like you just needed to like show yourself a little bit and then come back and then show yourself a little bit in a relationship, because the second I heard that you were in this, I YouTubed every
Really?
second.
I was horrified.
I marathon that shit.
The
like,
web
Yeah,
series
here's-
was awful.
okay,
The
fun
web
fact.
series
I
was pretty
loved
bad.
So
it.
as promotion for the movie,
That's a little creepy, though.
Alex and Nick
fine.
created a web
Whatever,
series based
yeah.
on the same
And it
characters.
was a prequel.
But that was when my thyroid was all fucked up and I had gained a shit ton of weight. I
Yeah.
lost that weight.
I was looking pretty
I
rough,
lost that
too.
weight and I met Megan, and Megan and I started dating. But unbeknownst to me, CJ showed her all the videos. So she binge watched all these videos of me being like 50 pounds heavier and with like a terrible haircut and like all these terrible things.
Well, they say
and
the
she
cam-
still liked me.
They say the
Wow.
camera adds 50 pounds.
Well, the
so-
camera didn't add
Yeah.
50
Well,
of those.
he had 4 cameras on him, so it was.
It was hilarious. And so when she told me that, I was absolutely horrified, because that would be
Oh,
like
man.
if I would still wouldn't show you those today, 5 years into our terrible
Are you kidding me?
business.
Get out of this. Like
Well,
he's
Ben
so
and Carolyn
weird
haven't
about
seen
stuff
that, have
like
they?
this.
I have not seen any
There's
of
Yeah.
also like, I'm not just going to show this to people because it's kind of terrible.
It's rough.
So like
It's
asking people to
definitely
sit
rough.
through like shitty videos I was in, nah, you know.
Are you kidding me? That is what Adam does.
You know, like you
That's
guys
what
do
my
here in the
brother
comments.
does every time we go over that house. He's like, "Hey guys, you need to watch these videos. These
That
home
I made
videos
in
that
high
we
school."
have." For
See, that's different. There's a
hours.
different feel for like
That's a
home
nostalgia.
videos that are done as opposed to like this was an attempt to make a feature
Oh,
length.
I'm sorry. I need to be clear. My home videos are those.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
This
fair
was
enough.
their
Oh,
little
yeah,
production
no.
company
You
that
showed
they
me.
had.
You showed me a little bit of the.
Yeah,
Can I
I
say
know
the
he said it.
the Blair Witch one that you guys did?
It was the sandwich
the
project.
Sandwich Project. That's what it was.
I was pretty awesome in it.
It looked pretty.
Oh,
it looked
man.
pretty funny, man.
It's adorable.
Oh my god.
Okay. No. So what's going on with
M.
Pokemon?
Night Pro.
Ness
We're
is at
pretty
level
close.
52.
Yeah,
Let's go to the Elite Four.
I'm just cleaning out these guys like one, maybe 2 more times. We're gonna
Okay.
get this. This episode's gonna end pretty shortly. And
Yeah,
then
okay.
we're gonna,
Well,
we're
this
gonna rock
episode
and
then
roll.
I'm
time
so
to go
excited to
Me
see
too.
the Elite Four. Stop cock blocking it.
I'm not. Oh my god. I will say, and I kind of was trying to drop it in there, but we never had a good spot for it. The whole issue with that original lead for that movie, we couldn't get a hold of him for 2 weeks. Like no phone calls, no emails, no nothing.
Yeah.
And then we had kind of given up on him, and Al was like really freaking out about what to do. And then the day of recording, John just kind of on a whim goes, "I'm just gonna call him one more time." Just because, maybe. And he gives him a call, and the guy answers like nothing's wrong and goes, "Hey, Johnny!"
That's true. And that's kind of what I was saying. Is like the first day we had such a good time, and he was so cool. He gave me his number. I was like, man, I can't wait to hang out.
Yeah, this
And
was
so
our
that's
first
why I
read-through
had his
together.
number, and we were all confused and like, what
Just
the
by
fuck?
the way you both said, like the way he speaks, he sounds like a stoner.
He was kind of like he was a Rhode Island stoner, yeah. But he was a really cool
He's
guy.
kind of
We
a
liked
party
him.
guy.
Fucking George.
That kind of thing.
I hope you're listening, George.
I'm just imagining
yeah,
him as a
George.
big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
guy.
No, he was about CJ's height. He had hair about CJ's length. He was a little more of a person than CJ. Like, like mass, mass wise.
He was larger.
Okay.
He was slightly larger than CJ, but not by much.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
and so he just picks up the phone and was like, "Hey, Johnny!" and I was like, "Hey, man, what's going on? We were hoping to start filming today. You still in?" He's like, "Yeah, it's not going to work out in the car."
I was like,
Like, oh, all right. Well, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, right. He was like, we're starting today, right?
But the way he said it is like, yeah, it's not gonna work out. Like, just like, like still optimistic somehow. It was so.
You.
Yeah, I know.
He just he did the nice guy breakout.
The only time I've ever been dumped in my entire life.
Oh man, that was just the weirdest day. Because after that, you just came back in the room and told all of us, and we were just like, "What?" He said, "What?"
He said, "Hey, Johnny."
I was just like, okay. I guess we'll just. It's funny too. The first day of filming, we wound up losing all of our footage. I think
Which
I
was
just
the greatest thing that ever happened.
Yeah,
in the movie.
that first day was terrible.
That first day was so awkward because none of us had ever acted on camera before.
I mean, I did a little bit, but not to that extent. It was always silly comedy videos for college group.
Go
but
go.
Yeah, I've seen some of those too.
Yeah, they were not the highest quality. Yeah.
So Rick, Megan, and
we've all got them. We've all got videos in our past.
We've all done like various theater or video
and
acting.
Rick, Megan, and I actually all have improv
and
experience too.
I have.
Yeah.
Have you done any of that shit, Ben?
Nope.
Really?
Oh man, we got to get you in on some of that, man.
Improv
I
would
do.
be
I do
really,
want to.
Really fun.
Good.
That's
We
kind of
should
what
do
a
an
lot of
improv
Maybe we
class.
can do the live Mega Man 3 outro video this weekend.
improv is a
While
we
you're
could
here.
actually.
Yep.
Improv
Have
is a
you in on
really
that?
good.
You can play the part of John.
I'll have
It's
to
a
take
really
shower,
great
though.
tool.
Blonde person with glasses.
for Let's Play.
Yeah.
It's a seriously solid way to like improve your speaking skills, improve your ability to do off the cuff comments.
Megan, and the yes and. We don't
Yes
do
and.
we don't do enough yes anding.
It's true.
We
It's
also
like Rick
don't-
says something and I'm like, fuck you, Rick, you're
It's like,
stupid.
oh well,
That's
yeah,
not good.
One of
But
the
I should be like,
things-
yes, Rick, and fuck you, you're
God.
stupid. That's
Say
how
it, Meg, say
improv
it,
works,
Meg.
I think.
Yes,
One of
and
the things is to also learn how to share the
yes.
spotlight and,
Which
and
we're bad
stop
at.
and recede and come back. And,
Actually, if you pay attention,
Step on that line.
I
Go.
agree.
I'm letting him get it.
I agree with what you're saying. Thank you. If you pay attention, we collectively have gotten
Yeah.
a lot better at that. And a big part of that is Dustin. Dustin has tried really hard to encourage
He's
us
been enforcing
not
it a
to
lot.
talk over each other.
Yeah.
It's been
He'll
tough.
call you out.
It's
He
really
does.
tough.
Like that.
He
Ben's
does
really
actually.
quiet. Carolyn's in the other room, and
Still with the mic though.
She just
Hi.
goes, yes.
She proved it. She proved it. She's on the mic.
I'm in.
I'm totally on mic.
This is my
I
last
can't.
round, just because Graveler
Okay.
is like right under 50,
Do it.
and
It's
then
fine.
this is
Everybody,
it.
I'm
This will be the
Carolyn.
last pad.
And then
This
we're
will be
going.
the last
Mike.
set.
And also, I mean, we have such a
Shut up, Megan.
varying
All right, we got
group
4.
too. It's kind of hard to get traction with like
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
I
and
think
you're
that
like-
helps
and they
us,
can
though.
range from 3 people on mic to 8 people.
That's
on
true.
mic.
And when
It's
CJ's
like, whoa.
on mic, God bless us all. Like,
I mean, to some extent, we do have some really loyal followers. So
For
for some
they,
reason, I don't know.
they've
Which
been
we're very thankful
slowly
for.
Oh, damn
introduced
it.
to us too,
Yeah.
which I think is really helpful. I think somebody
Yeah.
coming in new to this show and hearing 9 different voices
it's-
is like
Yeah. Some people were, some
Right.
folks were a little bit overwhelmed by that. Out of
And
the,
I don't
like
blame
the,
them,
the
really,
you
but-
know Zelda Informer folks that came in. They were sort of
Yeah.
like, "Wow, there's a lot of you." It's like, yeah, sorry, some episodes are better than others for that.
right. And,
Um,
but again, we've gotten better at handling that when we do
Yeah.
have a lot of people.
Yeah, I think so.
And there are times where Rick and I are just like, we back off because we're here enough. So like, if you guys
Yeah.
are having a good conversation, Rick and I can kind of back off a little bit.
During Battle Network, I've been doing that a lot more. I've been kind of letting
So
the
you can
conversation.
also fucking
Yeah, when I've been
concentrate.
playing, it's like there's a lot of shit going on, and if everyone else is talking, I back the fuck off.
Yeah.
So it's like,
And
all
we
right,
have
you
that-
guys go.
We have that Smash episode that's the B pad where it's everyone but
Yeah,
Rick
that
and
was a
John.
fun experiment. I actually people seemed really receptive to that, and they were dying for more B-pad stuff. So.
Well, which we're gonna do.
Yeah.
we're gonna definitely do that. Yeah, just overall, I'm
we should
happy.
have a separate show called the G Spot and just have the girls.
that's
Whoa.
fucking brilliant.
Yes.
No, that's fucking
Yeah.
smart as shit.
Yeah.
That
You
is
know
a
how-
great
yeah,
idea.
You know why Rick is saying that?
Copyright
Because
Megan
when
Zarba.
people go to YouTube and type in G Spot, we're gonna come up.
Yes.
And that is fucking SEO
Sorry,
marketing you
YouTube.
cannot buy.
Yeah.
That's
that is honest to God a great idea. Because we were talking last night, I forget if it was on mic or not, about like CJ had a fun idea for like Meg and Felice and Carolyn to do a couple things. The 9-inch nails
I still
variant
want to
on.
do that.
Yeah, I think that's an awesome idea.
But I still think it would have been better if it was the boys painting our nails.
Yes,
please.
is
Still
that
could
not
be.
still the plan? I thought that was still the plan.
I think that the plan evolved into me figuring out how to do adorable Pokemon type and Zelda type, painting nails.
Gotcha.
Maybe we can make
So
it like
just
a
throw it to the
series.
ladies.
But you know what? I
serious.
think
Just so everyone knows, real quick, CJ and I have been lifelong Nine Inch Nails fans, and
Yeah.
so we had a joke that during the actual podcast we would often digress in talking about Nine
This
Inch
is
Nails
a years old
and what
joke.
was exactly and what was going on with Nine Inch Nails at the time and blah blah blah. And so we would joke that we would have our own little segment in the podcast that was called 9 Minute Nails.
Yep.
Then the girls took that and ran with it, and
The girls took that. The girls took that maybe 3 years later, since you guys were like, we still need to do this.
Well,
you know,
no,
like, we
now
should just do a
now
segment
it-
where it's us painting our
Well,
nails
now-
talking about Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, granted, now 90-minute nails is a thing. We got that one. I mean, it's one video, but we're gonna do a bit more of it over time, and that
was a weird day.
That was also part.
Happy Valentine's Day. Let's play Quake.
Yeah, right. That was also yeah. That was also the brainchild of like John and CJ really want to do it, and I was like, you know what? I need to not be at the top of every single thing we do.
I'm
and
not
I was
throwing
trying to
CJ
encourage
under the
that.
bus, but that was all CJ.
Was it all CJ?
I had no
Don't
desire
throw-
to play
I mean-
Quake.
Oh no,
I hate
I
Quake.
meant the 9-minute nails aspect.
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
yeah. He really.
I was
he
like, I think that's a good idea, and I think you guys should do it, and especially because it's something that I don't have to necessarily be
in charge
the one.
of.
Like, yeah,
What?
exactly.
What does Quake have to do with Nine Inch
Because
Nails?
Trent
Because
Reznor.
Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails actually did the soundtrack to the Quake when it came out to Quake when it came out on 64.
Yeah.
I thought it was because like there were little nails in the queue.
And
Well,
there's
I mean,
a
that
nail
helped.
gun.
There's a
Logo for
nail gun,
Quake.
and there was the super nail gun
Oh,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
Are
so
we
that
gonna
was
have like a
cool.
90-minute Michael Jackson and just like play what is it, Sonic?
Absolutely, we are not. Thank you for
No?
asking.
We
Is
will,
that
however,
happening?
play 90 minutes of Moonwalker.
Yeah.
Actually, my friend RJ builds arcade machines, and
Yeah.
he's really good at it. And his pride and joy is a
Did he make a
Moonwalker
Moonwalker
arcade
one?
machine
Oh,
that we
nice.
all play every time we go over to his studio.
The
That's so
freaking-
cool.
You know, the power that is among us is unstoppable.
We have a lot of
We need to
good
tap into
connections and
that.
good
We
people.
do.
Yeah. Well, if we had more
Arcade
space and
builder?
more money,
Fuck.
I've already talked to RJ. He would give me a sweet deal on building us an arcade machine. We just don't have the space for it.
I had
I
an
really
idea.
think that
It would
that's
have to be at the
something that like
studio.
we need to take to investors. Like we need
I-
to figure out how to make an arcade.
I had an
All right,
idea
business
back
chick.
in
I just
high
want
school. So this is an idea that's like about 13, 14 years old for taking Smash Brothers Melee and converting that and basically taking apart
Right,
a GameCube
right.
controller and plugging it in for an arcade machine so you could have joystick and 6 buttons.
I think
like
John negged
Street
on that.
Fighter.
I would not want to play that game with a controller I'm not familiar with. People hacked the fucking
you
3DS
have to
to be
try
able
it.
to play it with a GameCube controller.
Yeah. The thing about that game is the GameCube controller is the perfect
Nintendo-
controller for that game.
Nintendo released an
it's-
adapter to play a
Yeah.
3 generations back controller on a current gen
True.
system.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
So I would say make it an option, but we're here.
We're here.
oh shit.
I'm
gosh.
gonna
Shit got
heal,
real?
and I
Holy
think
shit.
I'm gonna go buy some potions. But I think this is it, guys.
All right, we'll
I'm
see you next
feeling a
time
little
for the
weird about
battle.
the levels,
It's fine.
but I
It's time.
think we've got a good
time.
chance.
Wow. I gotta like sit up straight and shit. Holy fuck.
All right. Yeah, go for
We'll
it.
see you next time.
All right.